Right, we are back for another live show from Adelaide, South Australia. I'm your host, David John Oates, and it's we've just changed our clocks last weekend on Sunday, so it's now 6:30 in the morning for me. So nice and early, but I'm up bright and early, all ready to go. I got several emails today and this morning when I woke up wanting reversals on Trump's announcement of the Syria bombardment. Anyway, I did the speech and there wasn't any, not one single reversal. It was a 5-minute tape I did on his announcement and no reversals. So I can't tell you anything at this stage, whether it's a good or a bad response. We will keep on top of it, and I'll try and get some reversals so I can give you some opinions. But right now, I don't really have any because I don't have any reversals to guide me. So, which is unusual in itself. This is. I've had trouble finding reversals on Trump for the last 2 or 3 weeks now. Had no problems finding them during the campaign. I mean, they were everywhere. I mean, he was just full of reversals, and they were all congruent. In other words, what he was saying backwards is what he was saying forwards, sometimes using almost the exact same words. And that was very unusual in and of itself to see a politician who was totally congruent nearly all the time. All the time. Actually, no. He was incongruent around the sex scandal, the tape where he was where they captured him talking lewd, and he was incongruent around that. So, not telling us the whole story there, Mr. Trump. But since he's gotten into office, his reversals have gradually gotten less and less. I'm finding them less and less. They're a lot harder to get decent reversals on him. And we've got some incongruent ones creeping in. So I'm really not too sure what's going on. But we will keep on top of it. And as always, I really report my political findings on the Jeff show, Jeff Rentz's show, when I do it every second Friday. And that's where I really present all the political reversals. So you've got to follow that show as well, because I don't generally cover that in my show here. But if I did find someone Trump, I was going to play him. Anyway, c'est la vie. We will keep on looking, and I'll follow this Syria situation closely. I mean, just from a personal point of view, and I say if with capital letters, if Syria was responsible for the gassing, then I don't think the US had a choice but to respond. That's just my own personal opinion, but that's if Syria was responsible for the gassing, and we just don't know. I don't think they really put any evidence for it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There we go. That's my 2 cents worth. All right. If you want to call in, my phone number is 844-769-2944. That's a toll-free number in the United States, 844-769-2944. If you want to talk to me during the show, always like getting your calls. Always like to speak to you when you call in. As always, I have the first hour of the show. We are digging through my archives again. I've got a lot of archives. We could do a lot of shows on my archives. This is about, I think, the 3rd or 4th month now. We'll be digging through my archives on this show. I got 34 years of recordings. I mean, that's a lot of recordings. Been a long, long time. It's the 30th anniversary this month of writing the theory of reverse speech and speech complementarity. We covered that in the show last week. So all of April, we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of writing the theory. And you've got to get hold of the first book, Beyond Backward Masking. It's a historic book written by Greg and me, Greg Albrecht and myself. We've had Greg on this show many times. We'll be having him on again before the month is out. He's coming to stay with me for a week next week, I think, or the week after next. Anyway, we'll have him on the show when he's here, as always. But Greg and I wrote the theory in Beyond Backward Masking. You've got to get a copy of the book. Go to beyondbackwardmasking.com. Okay, beyondbackwardmasking.com, and get your copy of the historic book, the very first book, to publish the theory of reverse speech. You got to have a copy of it. Or if you want to really lash out, I've got a book special on right now. Buy all 4 hardbacks of my books, different books, at 33% discount, and get a free copy of my one of Voices from the Unconscious, which only came out in the paperback version. But you got to go to the website to do that. Go to the product section of the website and have a look at that. Okay, all right. Let's get a move on, and let's look at what we're going to look at today. And I'm going back to 2012 is where we're floating around today, and I'm going to start off by playing you some reversals I found on some Alzheimer's patients. And this was a aged care hostel that I lectured to, and in Sydney, Australia. And before I gave the lecture, they sent me some recordings of some of their patients, and this is what I found. So here we have the first one. Wow, so you can't understand what she's saying forwards, but backwards she says, "Are you friend?" That's a bit hard to hear too, isn't it? Yeah, okay. The audio is not that great, is it? Let's try the next one. And this one says, "Give me a flower." Oh yeah, you can hear that. The other voices. Yeah, it's right at the end there. I'll just isolate the reversal. "Give me a flower." Hang on, I lost the G. Hang on, we'll go back a bit. There we go. And here's at the normal speed. Yeah, not the best reverse in the world, I must admit. All right, let's try the next one. And this one is, "I am one pain." Oh, that's clear. "I am one pain." Not clipped properly. Here's just reversal isolated. And again. And again. Okay, so here's the forwards again. See, the forwards is unintelligible. You can't understand what she's saying forwards. But the verse is quite clear. "I am one pain." Okay, so interesting. So this gets us into some of the applications of reverse speech in working with age patients, dementia, Alzheimer's. And here's another one. This one is, "I follow our sex." Oh, that's clear. Wow. All right, look, sex is a common metaphor. It's in a whole metaphor group all of itself. By metaphor groups, I mean the metaphors appear in groupings or batches, like you have ship, ocean, surf, reef, helm, which all relates to the ocean and ship metaphor group. Or you can have wolf, eagle, lion, hawk, which is another metaphor group. And sex is in a metaphor group in and of itself. A sex, lick, touch, and it's all to do with personal energy. And yeah. All right, we have a caller on the line. Robert. Robert, hey, are you there?
Hey, David, I met you, must have been 15 or 20 years ago at the John Wayne International Airport at the convention center over there, and you were just as wonderful.
Oh, right. Oh, thank you. Gee, I don't remember that. When was that? I gave a convention?
Timothy Leary was there, and he walked right up to me and he said, "Hi, I'm Timothy Leary." I go, It was
Wow.
it was the whole life expo is what it was.
Oh, yes, I remember them now. Yeah, yes, right. I did quite a few of them back in the days. Yeah. I'm coming to America again next month. Well, actually,
You're
no,
welcome,
this
man.
month. Yeah.
I'll
I
sponsor
leave.
you in if I get the. If you want to be an American, I'll be one of your sponsors. I'm under a lot of stress right now. I'm trying to seize assets on a $40 billion monstrosity corporation, Dave. And I was wondering if maybe you could give me a little help.
Actually, sure. I have great success in that area. Yes, I do. Call me after the show. Do you have a pen? I'll give you my phone number. You there?
Is it listed on the web?
Yeah, the American number. Call me on the American number. It rings here at my desk. So call me after the show. I'll give it to you. It's 503 568
Okay.
7077. 503 568 7077. But yeah, I can help you with that. Absolutely. Yes.
Yes, sir. I met Jeff Rentz, and I'm really glad about you two bringing out some truth about the elections and what people were saying. I really do appreciate that. I really do.
No, thank you. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, Jeff and I have been, we covered the election very closely for 18 months. So, yeah, it was quite a ride. Yep. All right. Thank you,
it was difficult to go through that transition. I'm under so much stress. I really need to have some analysis. They threw me in a mental hospital, and I talked to people in growling sounds, and I've just been so angry at what they've done. This religion just did some terrible stuff to people. They throw people in mental hospitals, and they have all their witnesses and doctors lined up. It's terrible, Dave. Really appreciate what you're doing now.
Which religion is this?
Well, I can't tell you the exact. It comes out of Utah. You know what the NSA people they're listening right now.
Okay. We'll talk about it on the phone. We'll talk about it when you call.
Okay, I'll call you.
Okay.
All right, bud.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, mate. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, bye-bye. See ya. Okay, that was Robert. If you want to call in and speak to me, number to call in on is 844-769-2944. That's 844-769-2944. Okay, so we're following Ursula on aged care. We just played one that said I follow our sex, which means she's following her energy. Okay, here's another one.
Get a nice cardigan.
And it came backwards. It says, I'm in touch, all the strength. Oh, I'll be bothered. Wow. See, and that's clear, and the forwards is unintelligible. That's the forwards. And here's reverse. I'm in touch, all the strength. Okay, this is a woman that says I follow our sex. Okay, and what this is telling me, even though she's obviously handicapped in some way, certainly her speech, but underneath that she has a very active mind and strength inside. Wow, that's quite a revelation for an Alzheimer's patient. Okay, here's another one. The same lady, by the way.
Yeah.
And my good friend is what it says backwards. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's nice and clear. Here's the forwards again. Totally unintelligible forwards. And here it is backwards. Wow. Wow. Is your mind starting to buzz about the possibilities of and the applications of reverse speech and working with the aged? This is really exciting stuff. Here's another one.
A lovely voice. And I can push it.
Unintelligible forwards and backwards make our thing. Huh. Don't know what you mean by make our thing, but it's interesting. You've got a very clear reversal in an unintelligible section of forward speech. This is like children's reversals, but children are speaking forwards. Unintelligible forwards, but they're quite intelligible backwards. So this is quite amazing. All right, here's another one. Backwards it says, and the serfs from Adam. Wow. I'll be bothered. Once again, unintelligible forwards, but quite intelligible in reverse. And it's using a metaphor. A serf to flow through life, Adam, the strong male energy. So this is like this previous lady who says, who said, I'm in touch with all my strength and I follow our sex. This is another reversal of strength, and the serf from Adam. Wow, this is quite a revelation. I haven't played these since I gave a lecture to these people back in 2012, so I've forgotten what all these said. Okay, so here's another one. And this one says black worries in it. Wow. See, that's really clear. And let's play the forwards again. Here's the forwards. Unintelligible forwards. You can't make out what he's saying forwards, but reverse is clear as day. Black worries in it. That's quite amazing. Wow. Okay, so this is allowing us to see inside the mind of Alzheimer's patients who are barely able to speak forwards with remarkably clear reversals. All right, let's look at this next one.
Had to take them away. There was a hell of a lot of kids there in front of it.
And this one, but all the rape, I was still.
All the
I was still may not be clear, but certainly, but all the rape is clear. That's clear. Okay, so you have to explore this a little bit further. What does she mean by but all the rape? Okay, here is another one.
They've been in the family now a few years, or we've been in theirs, whatever.
And this is Damn an Evil War.
Damn an Evil War.
Huh.
Damn an Evil War.
Okay, so rape and war. There's some inner conflict going on that we would need to look further into. Here's another one.
You'll have to make sure that you're not doing it over, are you? No.
And it says guarding it, rape.
Yeah, I think you're reading.
Oh, guarding rape. That's not clear. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you're reading.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, not a very clear one, but it is there. Guarding rape. So you'd have to. See, I don't know what these would mean. Here we have another one.
And that's right, they were in the police cruise. Police and they come and live in my place. Just me and my wife and that. Anyway, they're all back.
And this one says, have my soul remember.
And the soul remembers.
Wow.
And the soul remembers.
See, that's clear.
And the soul remembers.
Wow, gee whiz, what an amazing reversal. Once again, unclear forwards. Here's the forwards again.
Police and they come and live in my place. Just me and my wife and that.
And backwards, have the soul remember.
And the soul remembers.
My soul.
And the soul remembers.
That's actually quite an amazing revelation, that one. Wow. Okay. All right. And then we have next one along. Here we go. This one says heaven pissed. Huh. Once again, not very clear. It's a really a muffly reversal, unfortunately. Okay, all right. So let's have a look at another one. Well, here we have the word rape again. Gee, this is 3 times now.
And she did it the other day again.
And this says, I guard the rape within.
The rape within.
Wow.
The rape within.
Interesting. What if the rape within is the ravages of Alzheimer's? I don't know, but this is the 3rd time we've heard the word rape. You'd need to do a whole lot more tapes than what I've done now. You need to have hours and hours of tapes and go through all of them and try to pull out the common trends. But it'll be a fascinating research project, and the implications of it are really quite exciting. Of getting in contact with the aged care, with the aged who are suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's. Wow, this is quite exciting. Okay, all right. So let us have a look at the next one on my list here. I'm sure we'll be going to a break any second. There we go. I had that time perfectly, didn't I? We're going to our break, folks. I'll be back right after this.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. back. We are looking at reversals on the age, Alzheimer's, dementia patients, finding some fascinating information, a whole new use of reverse speech that I've never explored before. Just this one time with this one lecture, they sent me tapes. Boy, I'd love someone to start exploring this side. Wow, very exciting. Let me get the number out again. Toll-free number, if you want to call me during the show, is 844-769-2944. That's the United States, 844-769-2944. Always enjoy getting your calls. Okay, here we have a next reversal. Here we go.
I've done a lot of work up here, but it's schizoid.
And backwards, it's stupid pain. Huh. Well, see, that's interesting too, okay, because once again, it's unintelligible forwards, but you're in reverse, it's revealing some interesting information. This woman's suffering from pain that she's unable to communicate. Interesting. Here's the next one.
Just going to write a couple of streets to pedal people to get for that.
And this one says that useless search.
That useless search.
Huh. Don't know what he would mean by that useless search, but anyway, there we go. Okay, here we have another one. Next one along.
A lot of the pretty ones up there too.
And here she says, that's lonely.
That's no use.
Oh, that's clear.
That's no use.
Oh, wow.
That's no use.
Oh, that pulls your heart out, doesn't it? Here's the forwards.
A lot of the pretty ones up there too.
And backwards, that's lonely.
That's no use. That's no use. That's no use.
See, if they knew this patient was lonely, they could take action. And see, the patients very often can't communicate what they're feeling. This is incredible information. Oh, like I said, a whole new use of reverse speech that's never really been explored before. Next one along.
So I think the kids must have got, they didn't take anything. No. But
Now, this reverse, I have no idea what it means. It's probably a transient memory or something. The mailman in the garden.
the mailman in the garden.
I'll be bothered.
The mailman in the garden.
I'll be bothered.
The mailman in the garden.
Wonder what happened with her and the mailman in the garden, hey? That'll be interesting to find out. Here's another one.
I just wrote at the end of the catch. No, I don't.
This one says, the name by myself.
The name by myself.
Oh, yeah.
The name by myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt at all over that one. Wow, interesting stuff. All right, here we have another one.
What was that? I never said that. I just said.
This one says, they need their son.
They did this, didn't it? They did this, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They did this, didn't it?
Yeah, that's clear on the slower speed. I'll play the slower speed again.
They did this, didn't it?
Yeah, they need life force. They need energy. They need their son. Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, next one along. Here we go.
Yeah. Did you leave it up here or down where you were? No.
And this one is whirlwind made a reef.
Whirlwind made a reef.
Oh, that's clear too.
Whirlwind made a reef.
That's clear, wow.
Whirlwind made a reef.
Some of them are so clear, aren't they? Like the That's Lonely one, that was just stunningly clear and really, really tore your heart out. Whirlwind made a reef. His energy, reef is an obstacle or a blockage. Whirlwind is your energy force. So his energy has messed him up. Gee whiz, you could do metaphoric structuring on these people based on these metaphors. I mean, you need more of a sampling of recording than what I've got. But gee whiz, metaphor restructuring with Alzheimer's patients. Wow, what a concept. Interesting. I haven't played these reversals for years. It's like I'm hearing them for the first time. All right, here's the next one.
Too bad. Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't too bad at all.
And this one says, wolf deadened.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's certainly there. Okay, all right. Okay, wolf deadened. Okay, well, we could do a metaphor restructuring of that, bring the wolf back to life again. Or, I don't know. See, I need more reversals. There's not enough to put on these reversals, but we're getting metaphors. And if you've got metaphors, you can go into the unconscious and shift and change them all around. That's what my whole work is all about. All right, next one along.
Yeah, that girl there.
And this one says, worried them.
Worried.
Oh, yeah.
Worried.
I'll be bothered.
Worried.
Yeah, well, that's there too. Wow. And then next one.
Hello, Margaret.
And this is you come.
You come. You come. You come.
Except that's not on the lady, that's on the nurse.
Hello, Margaret.
Yeah, that's on the nurse, not the patient.
You come. You come.
All right, and the last reversal I've got is this one, which, if this is clear, this is a very revealing one too. So here's the forwards.
Yes. Well, that's where it went, darling. Yeah.
And this is your bad pill.
You're right, Neil.
Oh, that's clear.
You're right, Neil.
Wow.
You're right, Neil.
See, now that's revealing information. She's on the wrong medications. Whatever medication is being given to her is the wrong one. It's doing more harm than good. Now that's important information to know. Look at the information we've got just in these small little sampling of reversals about the aged and Alzheimer's patients. I want to play the That's Lonely one again because that really tugs at your heartstrings. Here we go.
A lot of the pretty ones up there, too.
And backwards, That's Lonely.
That's no good.
Oh, yeah.
That's no good.
Clear as day.
That's no good.
And then we'll play Your Bad Pill again. Here it is.
You're right, Neil.
Wow.
You're right, Neil. You're right, Neil.
Okay, so where's all the aged care nurses lining up at the door to get training in reverse speech, to learn how to do this? This is a whole new way of working with the aged and of getting in contact with what with what they're really thinking and feeling and their real needs and real passions. Wow. There's just so many uses for reverse speech. I just get staggered all the time. Anyway, there we go. So that's all I got on the age, but certainly that's enough to raise some very interesting information. All right, I'm going to play some reversals now that was sent in to me in 2012 by Brian Jones. Now, I've had Brian Jones on my show a couple of times. It's actually time I had him on again. I may email him this week and book him in. Incidentally, while I'm traveling, I'll just re-mention again, I'm leaving in a couple of weeks to go to America for a month. Be giving a lecture in Ashland, Oregon on May the 27th at 7:30 p.m. at the Ashland Public Library. Would love for you to make it. The documentary film crew is there. They're doing the last filming for the documentary in my trip this time round. Ashland, Oregon, May 27th, 7:30 p.m. at the Ashland Public Library. I will be giving a lecture, and the doco crew will be there. So come along. Would love to see you. Bit of information. So anyway, the reason why I've said all of that is I'm still going to be doing my radio show while I'm away. I'll just be in America for a month, and I'm off to London for a couple of weeks. So there we go. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at some reversals Brian Jones sent me. This is Boehner. Well, I've forgotten his first name now. So here we go.
If the president doesn't agree with anything to take Obamacare.
If ands and buts, there can be enough. Every day be Christmas.
Well, that's hard to hear. Backwards, I need patience.
I need patience.
Oh, yeah.
I need patience.
Yep.
I need patience.
Yep, certainly. Yep, all right. Here's the next one.
Listen, I think the president wants to deal with America's pressing problems just as much as we do. But in order to deal with these pressing problems, we've got to sit down and have a conversation that leads to a negotiation that begins to solve these problems for the future and for, frankly, our kids and our grandkids.
And this one says, please just remove me?
Please, just remove me.
I'll be bothered.
Please, just remove me. Please, just remove me.
Not the clearest reverse in the world. But anyway, here's someone called Cantor. Who's Cantor? I don't know.
We're coming there with an idea of working together. We're coming there to find common ground. To find common ground that will deal with these economic drivers that harm the economy. The drivers that continue to add debt. So when we make an offer today for a temporary extension, we're looking for a structure that puts us on a path to get a budget, to take care of the debt, and move this economy in a stronger position and have all American win.
And this one says, hear me lose.
Hear me lose.
Wow.
Hear me lose. Hear me lose.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Here's someone called Major Garrett.
And in previous aspects of American history, President Reagan in 1985, President George Herbert Walker Bush in 1990, President Clinton in 1997, all signed deficit reduction deals that were contingent upon or in the context of raising the debt ceiling. You yourself 4 times have done that. 3 times, those were related to deficit reduction or budget maneuvers.
And this is gotta respect an ass.
Gotta respect an ass.
Huh.
Gotta respect an ass. Gotta respect an ass.
Huh, I'll be bothered. Okay, all right, it's arse, not ass, is how he's pronounced it. All right, here's someone Obama.
And here's the thing. Unlike the last time they threatened this course of action, this debate isn't really about deficits. In fact, our deficits are falling at the fastest pace that they have in 60 years. By the end of this year, we will have cut our deficits by more than half since I took office.
I don't think so, Obama. Reversal says, how we worry. Yeah, I'm not least bit surprised.
What we worry.
Yeah, not the clearest reverse in the world, is it? Do it again.
What we worry.
Don't know whether worry's all that clear on that one. This is my teacher coming out in me. Mark homework every week. Dissect reversals down with a fine-tooth comb when I'm marking homework, I tell you. All right. Okay, someone heard, are we worried? Let's see if we can hear, are we worried?
What we worry.
Yeah, don't like the word worried. All right, next one along.
There'll still be, glitches and bumps, and there'll be stories that can be written that says, oh, look, this thing's, not working the way it's supposed to, and this happened and that happened. And that's pretty much true of every government program that's ever been set up.
And Russell is, in their walk, I'm right.
I'm right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right.
Oh, yeah, all right. Make of that one what you will. Okay. Here's Obama talking about Obamacare. Oh, look at the reversal. Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, cool. I hope this reversal's here. So here's the forwards.
Think about that. That is what it means to have health insurance. Set aside the issues of security and finances and how you're impacted by that. The stress involved in not knowing whether or not you're going to have health care. This is life or death stuff. Tens of thousands of Americans die each year just because they don't have health insurance. Millions more live with the fear that they'll go broke if they get sick.
And this one says, yes, they get the horrible.
Yes, they get the horrible.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
they get the horrible.
Oh,
Yes, they get the horrible.
oh, good, fine, Brian. Wow, let's play that reversal again. That's exactly what happened to Obamacare, isn't it? It got horrible. Premiums went up by 100%. Deductibles, $13,000. Give me a break. Gee, yes, they get the horrible.
Yes, they get the horrible. Yes, they get the horrible. Yes, they get the horrible.
Well, I don't know what you guys are going to do about health care in America. The repeal and replace just got voted down, wasn't it, in Congress? Trump says it's not over yet. We'll see what happens, won't we? But Australia has got a fantastic healthcare system, just like Canada and England. Great healthcare system. So America needs to wise up when it comes to healthcare. You're really just in a bad way. All right, next one along.
Yeah, Democrats don't like voting for the debt ceiling when a Republican's president, and yet but you never saw a situation in which Democrats suggested somehow that we would go ahead and default.
And this reversal says, surrender your beat.
Oh, surrender your beat.
Huh.
Oh, surrender your beat. Oh, surrender your beat.
Oh, yeah, surrender your beat. Okay.
Oh, surrender your beat. Oh, surrender your beat. Oh, surrender your beat.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's there. Yeah, no worries. All right, here's another one. We're back in 2012, by the way, folks. I've been going through my archives for the last 3 or 4 months, playing all the reversals I've got on file after 34 years of work, and slowly getting through them, one by one. All right, next one along.
The cooperation of a handful of governors, particularly large states like Florida and Texas, that you can fully implement this?
I think it's harder. There's no doubt about it. We will implement it.
And this one says, I bled under.
I bled under.
Huh.
I bled under. I bled under.
Yeah, all right, okay, whatever. All right, next one along.
In the event of a government shutdown, hundreds of thousands of these dedicated public servants who stay on the job will do so without pay. And several 100,000 more will be immediately and indefinitely furloughed without pay.
Wow, look at this reversal. Leading the evil Rome.
Leading the evil Rome.
Wow.
Leading the evil Rome.
Oh, yeah.
Leading the evil Rome.
That's certainly there, isn't it? Wow, does he equate America to the Roman Empire and the evil and corrupt? So do that reverse again. Leading the evil Rome.
Leading the evil Rome.
Wow.
Leading the evil Rome. Leading the evil Rome.
Oh, dear me. What a great reversal. All right, next one along.
And that we would rather have people getting regular checkups than going to the emergency room because they don't have health care. If we keep that in mind, then we're going to be able to drive down costs.
This one says that'd be stupid.
That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, I know. Be stupid is there. I'm not too sure about that'd be stupid. Let's do it again.
That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, all I would document there is be stupid. If it was me doing it. Okay. Oh, look at this one if it's here. Oh, this is levels are way up. Hang on. Oh, gee, what's that? Okay, well, I guess that file doesn't work. So we'll move on to this one.
But it's still a big undertaking. And what we're doing is making sure that every single day we are constantly trying to hit our marks so that it will be in place. And last point I'll make, even if we do everything perfectly, there'll still be, glitches and bumps.
And this one is our money and our skills suck.
Our money and our skills suck. Our money and our skills suck.
Could be muddy, not money. Let's do it again.
Our money and our skills suck. Our money and our skills suck.
I think it's muddy.
Our money and our skills suck.
Anyway, there we go. Funny reversal. Reckon your skills suck, do you, Obama? All right, here's Nancy Pelosi, still around after all these years.
So I point 3, Harry Reid points 3, Mitch McConnell points 3, John Boehner, House and Senate, Democrat, Republican, through this table of 12.
And this one says, here, self-doubt.
Here, self-doubt.
Here, self-doubt. Here, self-doubt.
Not the clearest reversal in the world. Oh, here's a long one.
This memorandum follows the September 17 memo and provides an update on the potential
This is Harry Reid, by the way.
lapse of appropriations. No more potential, Madam President, after midnight. Appropriations provided under the Consolidated Further Continuing Appropriation Act expire at 11:59 tonight. Unfortunately, we do not have any indication that Congress will act in time for the President to sign a continuing resolution before the end of the day tomorrow.
All right, this one says, our Democrats deserve, but I must snake the problem.
Our Democrats deserve, but I must snake the problem.
Also there, too. Wow, let's see that again. Our Democrats deserve, but I must snake the problem.
Our Democrats deserve, but I must snake the problem.
Wow.
Our Democrats deserve, but I must snake the problem. Our Democrats deserve, but I must snake the problem.
Don't like the word problem. It's got a strange little tonality to it.
Problem.
See, when you do it like that, it's not problem. That's why it sounded strange.
Snake the problem.
Yes, it's not problem. Anyway, but our Democrats deserve is certainly clear. Here's Harry Reid again.
How do you think they feel? Here's a president who less than a year ago won an election by 5 million votes. 5 million votes.
And this one says, telling a war grey in the soul.
Obamacare has been the law for 4 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why don't they get a life and talk about something else?
Oh, we're talking about Obamacare. Telling a war grey in the soul.
Telling a war grey in the soul.
Wow.
Telling a war grey in the soul. Telling a war grey in the soul.
Wow, that's a clear reversal too. All right. Once again, a negative reversal around Obamacare, conflict, turmoil, negative outcomes, grey in the soul, everything that Obamacare became. Is that reversal again? Telling a war grey in the soul.
Telling a war grey in the soul. Telling a war grey in the soul. Telling a war grey in the soul.
Yep, nice and clear. What can I say? Okay, all right. So, next one along. Last reversal. This is Rush. Who's Rush?
Here's Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, explaining...
Oh, this is Rush Limbaugh.
Here's Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, explaining what happened with the Mitt Romney tape.
There's been a lot of discussion overnight about a conversation you and I had yesterday. We ran clips of Mitt Romney in Cornwall, Pennsylvania, talking about his trip to Owawa. Well, the RNC and the campaign both reached out to us saying that Romney had more to say about that visit, about federal bureaucracy and innovation in the private sector. We didn't get a chance to play that, so here it is now.
Then I was at Wawa's. I wanted to order a sandwich. You press a little touch-tone keypad, all right? You just touch that, and, the sandwich comes that you touch this, go pay the cashier, there's your sandwich. It's amazing. People in the private sector have learned how to compete. It's time to bring some competition to the federal government and to get it smaller and to ever respond to the customers, which are you.
And now on to that other subject, immigration.
All right, this reversal says we're making lies, but I'm not too sure who says it. Oh. It's the lady who says it. Here's the forwards.
And the campaign. And the campaign.
Yeah. Anyway, be that as it may. All right, we'll be getting to our bottom of the hour break very soon. Let me see if I can pull out a couple more reversals on Brian Jonas found before the break. He's got a few more on Obama here. So, here's a long one. Let's see if this one's here.
So when I said you can keep your health care, I'm looking at folks who've got employer-based health care. I'm looking at folks who've got Medicare and Medicaid, and that accounts for the vast majority of Americans. And then for people who don't have any health insurance at all, obviously that didn't apply, my commitment to them was you're going to be able to get affordable health care for the first time.
This is healthcare again. There's our break. Don't have time to play the reversal. Sorry, folks. We'll be back right after this with my guest, reverse speech analyst Tiffany Fontenot. Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then reverse speech session work is for you. With reverse speech session work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for reverse speech session work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com. Welcome to Hour 2 of the weekly Reverse Speech Show. My guest for the second hour is Reverse Speech, I was going to say analyst. I haven't actually officially given you your certificate yet, but very, very close to Reverse Speech analyst Tiffany Fontenot. How are you this evening? This afternoon, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Hi, David. How are you doing? Hello to everybody. Doing really, really good today.
Excellent. Good.
Well, happy.
And you're starting the practitioner's class today. Well, today my time, early morning your time.
Yeah, 4 a.m. to be exact. Yeah, I'm going to have to start sleeping right after the show.
It's just so hard juggling all the class times to suit everyone. It's just impossible, you know. Anyway.
But it's great because you get to be online with people from all over the world. It's amazing. Yeah. I love it. Even at 4 a.m.
Yeah, classes are fun. Classes are fun. So you've been getting very involved with reverse speech. You've been very active. You've done your own radio shows, and you've got an active blog going. Tell me what you've been up to with reverse speech.
Oh, well, I'm getting a lot of requests, and so I'm just getting swamped with requests. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to have a little bit of a primer in reverse speech, the first part, before I get into some new material, just to, because we've got a lot of new listeners, people who are new to reverse speech that are listening, and maybe just some review for others, and then we'll move on into some good material that I've been working.
Sure. Okay.
It's going to be Super Soldier Max Spears information in this one too. We'll get to him.
Okay. All right.
But let me. Can I start by letting people know where they can find all the content that's in this?
Absolutely.
Program?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you can find it at my Audio Boom site. I haven't moved everything over from there yet. So audioboom.com/TIFFvision. So it's TIF, the first three letters of my first name, Tiffany, and the word vision like you see through your glasses. So audioboom.com/TIFFvision. And then I have a WordPress site. That's TIFFvision, spelled the same way, .wordpress.com. And then also my Facebook page is facebook.com/TIFFvision, also spelled the same way.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So, well, let's learn about reverse speech then.
All right. So I've got all your reversals here. You're in charge. You tell me what to do.
Okay. So first of all, I'm just going to let everybody know kind of what it is. And so this was discovered by my teacher, David Oates, in approximately 1984. And this that I'm going to read to you, or paraphrase to you, is from the About tab on his YouTube channel. And you can look that up on YouTube. If you search for David Oates Reverse Speech, it'll take you to his channel. And on the About tab, it explains what reverse speech is. So reverse speech is another form of human communication that is automatically generated by the brain as we speak. And it occurs backward in speech and can be heard if human speech is recorded and played backwards. So mixed amongst the gibberish at regular intervals can be heard quite clear, grammatically correct sentences that detail what is happening in the unconscious mind of the speaker. So the next question I usually get is, where does it come from? And it comes from, in my mind, it's very similar to where our dreams come from. And it involves both literal and metaphorical ideas and speech. And, of course, your dreaming is visual, and then reverse speech is with the voice. So these come from your subconscious, comes from higher aspects, your higher self, and universal selves, or our collective unconscious. So both our dreams and our reverse speech come from the same place. And in reverse speech, we always speak the truth, and I love that, because this comes, it's tattooed on our DNA. If you are a human being, this comes from a place inside of us that never lies. And I just think that's wonderful. I love that. So that's why we can use it as both a lie detector and in therapy to help restructure the unhealthy things that we find in our subconscious, which cause better alignment when we restructure them, and it produces a positive reality shift. And the way I like to think about that is two different types of software that you're running. So your subconscious is one type of software, and your conscious is another type of software. And if those two, if there's a conflict, then you're going to get an error message somewhere in your reality until that conflict is resolved. And so reverse speech, we go in and we resolve those conflicts so that you're not fighting yourself anymore. So hopefully that helps people kind of know about the therapeutic way that we use reverse speech. Okay, now, for those of you who are new to this and don't know how to find it yourselves, I'm going to tell you where you can do that. So, because I get so many requests, I have to kind of put it back on their plate and say, I'm going to let you find those. Here's the app. So any recorder that will play both forward and backward, you can use. Okay, so what you do is you record someone forward and then you play it backward and listen for phrases that pop out at you. So we don't recommend that you do your own reversals because you may be in the minority of people that don't like what they find. So we recommend that you do a session with certified reverse speech personnel if you want to look at and deal with your own reversals. So, but
I don't even do my own reversals. I contract out one of my practitioners when I want to work on myself. So
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. I work with Wayne Nicholson in New York.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, so if you want to find other people's reversals, though, and they're everywhere, then and you have an iPhone, then you can go to the iPhone App Store and search for the Reverse Speech app. Mm-hmm. And then if you have an Android phone, you go to the Google Play Store and you search for an app called Virtual Recorder. And then so you can check my work also on my sites. So here's how you do that. To check my work, you go to the recording that I used on the internet. Usually it's YouTube. And then you find the forward speech that I found the reversal in, and then you record it, and then you play it backward, and you will hear the same thing that I heard. So that you guys know that we're not playing around with these recordings. We actually hear them. So, yeah, so you can check our work. Okay, then the other thing that I get asked about reverse speech, they're like, why isn't this thing, working properly when you download the apps? It's because you have to do the work. So there's no speech recognition software that finds reversal in existence that we know about. You have to find these reversals. It's not automatic. So you have to listen like you're panning for gold, except you have to use your ears in order to do it. So hopefully that makes sense. It's not automatic. You have to go through second by second. Okay, now, so moving right along, reverse speech can come out in two different ways. It will either come out in literal speech or it will come out in metaphorical speech. So now I'm going to give you examples of both of those. So the first one we're going to hear is David's reversal, and this one is very literal, but it's also a premonition reversal. And this is is on JFK's inaugural speech, and so this was a premonition of how he was going to die that he gave us in his inaugural address that David found. And he says literally, head is hit in the car.
Yep. So here's the forwards.
The slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
And head is hit in the car.
Head is hit in the car.
That's quite a freaky reversal. I remember found that. I go, oh my God. Check it 2 or 3 times. Am I really hearing that? That was quite a freaky.
And quite obviously you can trace back where that one came from. That came from our collective unconscious because, he didn't consciously know that information. So that came from a very, a higher place than just the subconscious. Then, so that's very literal, but a lot of them we get are metaphorical. And when you do reverse speech, you have to kind of learn to translate English into English because it uses metaphors. So now, just to go over what metaphors are, here are 2 of them that mean a similar thing. One of them might be, I had to walk on eggshells. So you didn't literally have to walk on eggshells, but it's representing a feeling. And a second one would be, I was a cat with a long tail in a room full of rockers. Both of those mean that you're nervous because you have to be very careful not to make a mistake. So you're conveying that meaning with a comparison, and that's what we get back a lot of times, both in dreams and our reverse speech. It's kind of very right brain communication. So reverse speech is made up of tons of metaphors. So now, this next one that we're going to hear doesn't have any reversals in it, but it's just to illustrate this language, this new language that we have to learn when we want to know what we're talking about in our reversals. So this is about a 1-minute clip, and it's from Star Trek The Next Generation, and it's from an episode called Darmok, where the Enterprise crew comes across people they cannot communicate with because the people speak in metaphor in their forward speech.
Darmok actually backwards is comrade.
Interesting. I never looked at that before. How funny.
That is interesting. All right, so here's this 1-minute clip.
Starfleet believes that the Tamarians have extended a hand. We must do the same.
Children of Tama. Heard rumors about them for years.
Indeed, but are they truly incomprehensible? In my experience, communication is a matter of patience, imagination. I would like to believe that these are qualities that we have in sufficient measure.
Rai of Luwani under 2 moons, Jiri of Umbaya of Crossroads, and Lunga, her sky gray. Rai and Jiri and Lunga.
Counselor.
I sense nothing but good intentions from them, Captain.
Mr. Data.
The Tamarian seems to be stating the proper names of individuals and locations.
Yes, but what does it all mean?
I am at a loss, sir.
Data was at a loss, was he?
Huh?
Hey?
Do what?
I said Data was at a loss, was he?
Yeah, Data was at a loss. Thank you, Mr. Data. Yeah, and I got my Darmok t-shirt for my next reverse speech event. I'm going to be wearing my Darmok t-shirt. I found one online, so that was pretty cool. So when you start working on reverse speech, you have to learn to speak in metaphors. And now I'm going to give you a couple of examples of that. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to play a little game with the next 3. So we're going to play Name That Metaphor. And this first one, it comes from crisis actor James Rock, and from the New Year's Eve nightclub shooting in Istanbul, Turkey. I had already found a reversal on him where he says in reverse that his acting was terrible. And then I found this one. But what we're looking for now is a common metaphor that we use that means the same as muck with arson. So before you play it, give everybody a second to think. What is a common metaphor that we use that means the same as muck with arson? Now, David, yeah, don't look at the titles.
I already have, but it doesn't say what's there. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay, you want to? Yes.
Playing it forwards first. Okay, so here we go.
I don't talk about what happened inside the club.
And here's backwards.
Well,
I him up with arson. But what metaphor means the same as muck with arson?
The metaphor that we're looking at there is playing with fire.
Oh, yeah.
Playing with fire. So he's already told himself that his acting is not good in his previous reverse speech, and he knows he's not a good actor, and muck with arson is metaphorical speech for playing with fire. So he is worried that if he talks about the details of what happened inside the club, that he's going to make more mistakes. So he's playing with fire there, and he doesn't want to go there. Okay, so now so the next one, what is a common metaphor that we use that means the same as my boy easy upon ice? And I'll give you a hint. Think mobsters. My boy easy upon ice.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, not to use the old mobster term, but she did to me.
And we're playing it backwards, right? Okay.
Uh-huh. My boy easy upon ice.
Oh, that's clear.
My boy easy upon ice.
Yep, so there. Okay, so that's backwards. So what's the metaphor that you're saying that it means?
And so she actually said it forward. It's he's dead to me or she's dead to me. The pronoun is not, since it's pretty paternalistic, those mobsters. That's why the metaphor came as my boy easy upon ice. So he or she is dead to me, like the mobster term, is that one. Yeah. Okay, now the next one we have a metaphor that means the same thing as a word that we use. So, and the answer is in the forward speech. So see if you can just tell me before we play it. So what do you think a word, so it's roses sealed as one.
Okay, so here's the forwards.
Families that were
Roses sealed as one. See, that's clearer than the forwards. That's clear as day. Always amazes me how you get bad audio in the forward speech and reversal is just like really clear. We just played a couple of those in the first hour of the show when I was playing reversals on Alzheimer's patients. Couldn't understand the forward, but the reversals clear as day.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and that was the same way on the Pope too. You couldn't. He was saying it forward at all. So this one, roses sealed as one, is just precious. That means families.
Yep.
So roses has to do with matters of the heart, and roses sealed as one is a group that has their hearts sealed together as a family. So I thought that was precious, even though it came from a little dirt bag that came from John Kerry.
Oh, right.
Because the forward speech in that one was families that were, and so the back.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so now there are various structures that we learn about in reverse speech as to how they will show up. So we're going to learn about only two of those structures today. We're going to learn about mirror reversals and link reversals.
Wow.
So, yeah. So mirror reversals are the same both forward and backward. That's why we call them mirror reversals. And they are also congruent. So when you hear those, you're hearing a truthful statement. So here is a mirror reversal from Secret Space Program whistleblower William Tompkins.
Okay, so this is number 6, right? So here we go.
Number 6.
carriers, which finally...
Oops, sorry, I started too late. Okay, here we go.
They're spacecraft carriers. I designed U.S. Navy spacecraft carriers, which finally got built back in the late 70s up in Utah underneath the ground. And you've seen the pictures of U.S. Navy spaceships.
Okay, and backwards, you want to say what it is?
No, I want you guys to be able to hear what it is and guess, and then we'll tell you.
Okay, here we go.
Spaceships.
Yeah, well, that's clear.
Spaceships.
Spaceships. Everyone should be able to hear that. Spaceships.
Right, spaceships. So that means that the what he's telling us is the truth. You know, it's a congruent statement.
Right.
So very interesting there. Okay, so that is a mirror reversal. Then a link reversal you can think of as two or more people linked together because it is a complete thought that happens when people have a very high rapport with each other and each person contributes to the reversal. So, for example, in this example, we have two Satanists who can be overheard in the audience inside Comet Ping Pong listening to the band Heavy Breathing. The man asks a question and the woman answers him, and their exchange makes a linked reversal between them. So the man in the audience says, "Pleasures you?" He's asking her, "Pleasures you?" And the woman in the audience says, "Yes, we hope." Now that goes by really fast. And then the link reversal, the woman says, "Hail Satan," and the man says, "Pleases us." So it goes, "Hail Satan, pleases us."
Okay, so here we go.
Just you.
Yes. Okay, hail Satan pleases us.
Hail Satan pleases us.
Oh, yeah.
Hail Satan pleases us. Hail Satan pleases us.
Oh, yeah, it's quite clear. Yeah.
So, quite the family restaurant, eh?
Yeah, well, we looked at some reversals on Comet Pizza on the show a few weeks back. I think I played some.
And I've got a bunch on my Audio Boom site. And so, that guy's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's very clear who he is. So hopefully that will come out with everything else eventually. Now, and then the next one, I did for my homework, a reverse speech homework assignment, and my mom and my stepdad were helping me with it, and all three of us are retired teachers. So my stepdad and I were talking about the classroom, and one big thing with teachers is you got to have kids,
Just hold that thought, Tiffany. We're going to go to break. Be back right after this, folks.
What if we already know how to prevent and to reverse every known so-called disease? What if the government is in cahoots with the allopathic system to hide this information from you to keep you weak and enslaved to their system? What if living a higher quality of life than you ever thought possible was available to you now? Well, it's true. It's easier and more cost-effective than you think, and so life-changing that your only regret will not be having done it sooner. Because you already know what the answer is. Royal Velvet Pure. You've heard Jeff talk about it. You've heard the incredible testimonies that it has scores of benefits and it works for everyone. Now you may not know this. We have partnered with Jeff to empower you, giving you an opportunity we do not give anyone else. When you buy 2 Royal Velvet Pure, we give you another one free. Want to take that first step toward freedom and positive transformation? Go to royalvelvetnow.com. Click on the rinse icon in the upper right-hand corner or call us toll-free 1-877-488-7423.
Would you like to change your life? Maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back? Or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then Reverse Speech Session Work is for you. With Reverse Speech Session Work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077. We are back for our final segment, Tiffany. Now, what are we looking at now?
Okay, so let's see. Retired teachers, we're looking at link reversals. And so this is my stepdad. And then we have a link reversal because we had very high rapport since we're both teachers and we both feel very strongly about you have to be able to listen in order to take on board, what you're going to do with that. To learn. You have to be able to listen in order to learn. So we'll go ahead and see if they can guess what the reversal is on this one too, because it's pretty clear.
Okay, so here's the forwards.
You got to have somebody who's willing to listen.
Okay, and backwards. Here we go.
Listen.
Wow.
Listen.
Clear as day.
Listen.
Now, that was a rare little jewel, and when I found that one, I was like, oh my God, look! I found a link reversal that is also a mirror reversal. So it was really cool. So that one is both. A link reversal and a mirror reversal. Okay. And now, the next thing I just want to bring out really quickly is, you get people that always like to argue, and they think that this is all just happening by chance in reverse speech. So I'm just going to talk about that for just 1 second. So these reversals that we're finding, they're occurring every 20 to 30 seconds in grammatically correct sentences that have a direct relationship most of the time with the forward speech. And the statistical odds of that occurring by random chance is astronomical. So I wanted to put that one in. That actually came from you, David. But for those people who are talking about reverse speech with their friends, if that comes up, then you can just tell them that it's really it's not by chance that this is happening. So now we're going to go ahead and get into speeches and politics a bit to find out what's really going on in the world behind the scenes. So now this is a guy named Dr. Steve Pieczenik, who is in the intelligence community that Alex Jones has interviewed many times, and he put out a couple of videos that I could tell were going to need to be vetted because he claims that our intelligence agencies were finally stepping in to stop a coup that had been in progress for quite some time by a very dark group. Now, all 17 of his reversals on these two particular videos were congruent, meaning that he was telling the truth, at least in those videos that I did. Now, he's a spook, so he probably has some disinfo somewhere, but on those two videos, he was telling the truth. So the next one, we can go ahead and see if the audience can hear those. You can see if you can hear those without me telling you what it is, because these are pretty clear, too.
Okay, so here's the forwards.
The Clintons have been involved in co-opting our White House, our judiciary, our CIA, our Federal Bureau of Investigation, our Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, and our Director of the FBI, James Comey, for some time now.
Okay, so here's the reverse.
Huh.
For those who didn't hear it, Fade the Terror, Donnie.
Fade the Terror, Donnie.
Right.
Fade the Terror, Donnie. Fade the Terror, Donnie.
Yep, okay, got it. Yep.
And Donnie would be Donald Trump. And
of course.
Yeah, he's expecting Donald Trump to be able to have an impact on terrorism. Right. So, and the false flags that this dark group loves so much. Okay. So now the next one is he's talking about loose. The reversal is go get the loose. So this group of people that he's talking about are bound together to get loose. And loose is a term used in black projects that refers to forcing out of negative energy so that it can be fed upon by psychopaths.
Wow. Okay. So here's the forwards.
What they've done is to make sure that they were part and parcel of a group of people who were interrelated through political cronyism.
Okay, go get the loose.
Go get the loose.
Loose.
Go get the loose.
Right.
Go get the loose.
Yep, got it. Clear as day. Yep.
Right. Now, this next one was really cool because I was hearing a last name, and I was like, who is that? So I looked up on the internet, and I found this guy. The reversal is a sign of Hennigan now. And so the Steve Pieczenik video being analyzed was released on November 4th, 2016, and his reversal is a reference to 4 days later on November 4th when an intelligence expert named Tom Hennigan, right on schedule, in this orchestrated counter-coup, released an intelligence briefing fingering the Bushes and the Clintons for visiting a private island multiple times and engaging in pedophilia. So, and I have that article up on my website where this is, on my Audio Boom site. So the reversal is a sign of Hennigan now.
Okay, so here's the forwards.
And with their permission, I am beginning to announce that we've initiated a counter-coup through Julian Assange and WikiLeaks.
Okay, a sign of Hennigan now.
A sign of Hennigan now.
Oh, yeah.
A sign of Hennigan now.
Wow.
A sign of Hennigan now.
That's pretty good ears to get that out and trace it back to the source. Wow, good job.
Oh, thank you. So now, so this was all orchestrated through Julian Assange and various intelligence operatives, including Tom Hennigan. So now he does go in more about Julian Assange next, and he says, and we'll see if you guys can hear this one on your own, because it's pretty clear also. So this is a very congruent reversal, and I'll just let you go ahead and play it and see if we can hear the backward.
Here's the forwards.
Through Julian Assange, who's been very brave and really quite formidable in his ability to come forth and provide all the necessary emails.
Okay, here's the reverse.
Send the bull. Send the bull. Send the bull.
For those who missed it, send the bull.
Send the bull. So that's a very congruent reversal. Julian Assange is the brave, formidable bull that provided the necessary emails.
Right.
Okay, and now we're going to move on to John Kerry. Now, this is from his Antarctica speech that he made. You know, he had to run down to Antarctica in the middle of our election. And all three of these have to do with whistleblowers. Now, these dark beings like John Kerry, they do not want the truth known. They survive by cover of darkness. So they don't like whistleblowers exposing all their business. So this one is interesting because it's a future tense reversal, and these are harder to hear, but it foretells of a network of whistleblowers that run into problems. So they've got plans for whistleblowers, and we're actually seeing that occur now. So this happened back in November last year, and we're now seeing this come out. So this one, the reversal is whistling yet, our grid will smash you.
Okay, here we go.
We translated that day into action.
Okay, whistling yet, our grid will smash you.
Whistling yet, our grid will smash you.
Oh, yeah. I'm not too sure about whistling, but certainly our grid will smash you is very clear.
Well, and then there's the next one, whistleblowers comes up again. So this appears to be about Edward Snowden. Now, Kerry did not like the mirror that Edward Snowden held up to the secrecy of Kerry's group, who depend on secrecy for success in front of the world. And so Kerry called Snowden a traitor, when the true traitor is actually Kerry for trying to enslave everyone and helping his group to do that in using trauma-based methods to do so. So this one is punish Edward for my mirrorer. Shocking was it?
Okay, here we go.
So we passed the Marine Mammal Protection Act, the Coastal Zone Management Act, the Safe Drinking Water Act, the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act.
Okay, punish Edward for my mirror. Shocking was.
It.
Oh, yeah, was it? Oh, yeah. Not as easy to hear these reversals because the audio is so bad.
Yeah, it's a shame that was bad, but I'm glad we could at least get at that information because there's a lot of good stuff in those Antarctica speeches. Okay, and then here's another one. This one is also about Snowden. It says, "Go force it. This'll be the end of Snowden, your old bad rain."
Okay, so here's the forwards.
Dirty air, bad water, dumps that make people sick, and so forth.
His reverse, go forth it, there'll be end of Snowden, your old bad rain.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I can hear it all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Right. And then, so he was talking all about there was a cataclysm that happened down there in Antarctica, and they're going to try to use it as a distraction. And really, when we hear from insiders that these people are satanic and they worship these gods, and they want to bring their satanic fascism globally. That's what I'm getting in these reversals from them. So, this is true according to those insiders. My data is backing that up. So from their own reversals. So this one is those who like Christmas. Now, those who like Christmas are Christians. And then it says, and if you see Hitler. So considering the rest of the reversals that I found in that set so far, this one would have to do with those who like Christmas or Christians being faced with Kerry and his group's plan for a sadistic dominant force.
Okay, all right.
Dumping 86 million metric tons of...
Those who like Christmas, and if you see Hitler. Huh. I'll be bothered. Huh.
Okay. Now, this one is very interesting, this next one, because he says, I have a secret, wives. Now, in reverse speech, wife is the part of the human mind that is married to God. So Kerry is saying that he has secret gods. It's kind of the smoking gun that, yes, they do worship these beings, these ET beings that, fell to earth down there, negative ETs. So this is consistent with the information received so far by insider sources that Kerry and his group are loyal to a group of beings they believe are gods who have elongated skulls and that are extraterrestrial in origin, whom they worship, but who are dark conquerors and whose belief system is that the ends justifies the means. So he says, I have a secret, wives.
Here we go.
I want to juxtapose what we did then to now, because we may have to do all of that again, depending on some of the next few years.
Okay, I have a secret wives.
I have a secret wives.
Huh.
I have a secret wives. I have a secret wives.
Oh, yeah, okay, got that, yeah.
Okay, now the next two actually are about John Kerry being down there in Antarctica and getting to tool around in some UFO craft that they have. So in the first one he says, I'm able to work it, new craft, this is awesome, even though forward he's talking about toxic waste. His mind is not on his speech. It's on the UFO craft that he was able to tool around down there with somebody.
Okay, forward.
In response to the fact that people were living next to toxic waste sites and dumps.
Okay, I'm able to work at new craft. This is awesome. Oh, yeah. That's clear. Yep, okay, no problems. Yep, all right.
Yeah. Okay, so now the next one, he is talking about, he says, Susset LL1G, guiding it to CO Ra. Now, Ra he's using for these ET, negative ET gods. He's using Ra as a metaphor for a god, and for the gods that he worships. It's not to do with the blue avians who are a different group. This is to do with these elongated skull folks, these cone heads down there. So, and when I looked up what LL1G was on the internet, that is a part that is sold to Area 51. So he is using that for a metaphor for the vehicle that he rode in.
All right. So here we go.
It was really brilliant to be out there, and while we didn't get to Pole, I really got a huge amount of what I wanted to sense.
Okay, Susset LL1G, guiding it to Sierra.
Susset LL1G, guiding it to Sierra.
Oh, yeah.
Susset LL1G, guiding it to Sierra.
It's clear as day. I'll be bothered. Huh.
Yeah. So then, eventually, now what we're expecting them to do is to take out all the stuff that has to do with the ETs. So when we learn about it and they try to use it as a distraction, we won't hear about the ETs, but that will come out eventually. And so, and he may have also been talking about the group that's coming down there, because all these cabal folks are coming down there to see these ET beings that are trapped in the ice in this cataclysm that happened. So the reversal is they'll soon witness an ISIS Superman, and I think that they're talking again about these. It's a metaphor for these ETs that are trapped in the ice down there.
Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, that was a reverse. Here's a forward.
This is something I've always wanted to do, and have had great difficulty finding the time.
Okay, they'll soon witness an ISIS Superman. Oh, yeah. Certainly clear. Yep, okay, got it. Yep.
Yeah. So then, now this next one I found was interesting because we know now that these beings, this cabal receive their orders from them and carry out these orders. So they're getting orders and they're carrying them out from these cone-headed folks. So this one says, Ra, give it, they order emergency.
Okay, here we go.
Because they never voted for the environment.
Yeah, Ra, give it, they order emergency. Huh. Yeah, it's certainly there. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and so now, and the last one was a pretty big smoking gun too, because he's talking forward about, he said, so that was the beginning for me of a journey. And backward, he comments on that journey, and he says about it, here, you're in with aliens throughout the wars. Well, we know they're warmongers, and they create that, and they control through trauma. So here, you're in with aliens throughout the wars.
Okay, here we go.
So that was the beginning for me of a journey.
I'll be bothered. I'll be bothered. Well, certainly there. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so that, that kind of sums up Mr. Kerry. So now we're going to move on to Max Spears. Now, Max Spears was in the Super Soldier program, where people are being used in black projects without their knowledge or consent as proxy warriors for dark groups trying to force tyranny here on Earth and beyond. Now, it's a program that is sort of a cross between Nietzsche's ideal superior man of the future that he called the Ubermensch or Superman, that meets MK Ultra mind control program. So Max died mysteriously in July of 2016, and he was about 40 years old, and he left 2 children behind along with other family. So now this is actually the statement of Stuart Swerdlow and his wife, who were living in Poland and were some of the last people to see Max alive. So this was a 5-minute statement about what the Swerdlows claimed to know about Max's death. So the first one is Stuart Swerdlow's wife, and she just comes right out and she tells us that Swerdlow is sick and that he's lying when she tells other people to come, if other people want to know what's going on, to come to the true source and their website and what they're saying about it.
Okay, so here we go.
No, that this is the true source.
Okay, see sick man lying.
See sick man lying.
Oh, yeah.
See sick man lying. See sick man lying.
Yep, okay, all right.
Okay, so that is what we call an incongruent reversal. It does not, what she's saying forward does not, it's the opposite of what she's saying backwards, and we never lie backwards. So, okay, so now this one is Swerdlow, and he just says the word because, and in that word it says saw hit, okay. indicating that he saw it and that it was a hit.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep, got it. Yep, okay.
So then now this next one, he said that Max was not attacked and that he was not murdered, but in reverse he says, your drone is a weak guy that I'll loot.
Okay, all right.
He was not attacked. He wasn't murdered.
Your drone is a weak guy that I'll loot. Oh, that's clear as day. I'll be bothered. Yeah, clear as day.
So that reversal, just to sum up what it means, the reversal is saying that Swerdlow considers Max to be the drone he's talking about, and or somebody that works for somebody, like the proxy super soldier, and that he's a weak guy, and as in so he's saying that he at some point wants to rob him of his value or his life. So not good. Then on the next one, with the death of Max Spiers, there appears to have been torture involved, something being purged, and a huge evil concerning the death of Max Spiers, because the reversal is here with sex, rapes, and purge was super Satan of him.
Okay, here we go.
On July 16th, 2016, my friend and super soldier Max Spiers passed away just outside of Warsaw, Poland.
Okay, here was sex, rapes, and purge was super Satan of him.
Here was sex, rapes, and purge was super Satan of him.
Huh.
Here was sex, rapes, and purge was super Satan of him.
Yep, got it.
Here was sex, rapes, and purge was super Satan of him.
Yep, okay, all right.
Okay, and then the last one we end with is not good either. This is an incongruent reversal. It does not match what is said in the forward speech, and it implies that more than one person was involved in Max's death, and that one of those involved could have been Stuart Swerdlow himself, since he says we, implying that he took part in the events somehow. So now, in reverse speech, the F word means to harm or to hurt, or it means intercourse, damage, or sexual gratification. So here he says, here, the F word, and we had him.
Okay, here we go.
He said to me that he felt free.
Okay, here's the reverse.
Here, fucking me, hit him.
Oh, yeah.
Here, fucking me, hit him.
Certainly clear.
Here, fucking me, hit him.
Yep, got it. Yep, okay.
So if I were the police, I would be looking in that direction. That's not good at all.
Yep, right.
Oh, okay, so let's move on to the very last one. Hopefully we can get these last two in, and one of them is from Naomi. Now, someone appears to have been directing world leaders to fake tears in order to get public support for accepting immigrants into their countries, some of whom are going to be wolves in sheep's clothing, and they're coming here to stir up shite, and to cause problems. So this first one, is when Justin Trudeau was crying, or actually we find that he's fake crying, and it's an incongruent reversal. He says, silk, but I'm safe. I will show him that I can do a fox and wolf.
Okay, here we go.
It was very, very touching for me, and just seeing you here today, and I told myself I wouldn't get emotional about this, but of course.
Okay, silk, but I'm safe. I will show him that I can do a fox and wolf.
Silk, but I'm safe. I will show him that I can do a fox and wolf.
Huh.
Silk, but I'm safe. I will show him that I can do a fox and wolf.
Yeah, all right.
Silk, but I'm safe. I will show him that I can do a fox and wolf.
Okay, we may have just enough time for the last reversal.
Okay, and this is when Chuck Schumer did the very same thing on the very same issue. Chuck Schumer starts crying and gives fake tears. And he says,
We don't have time. We're at the end. Tiffany, thanks so much for joining us. We'll have you on again, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, David. Bye-bye.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye. Would you like to change your life? maybe access your deepest potential? Do you have blocks that hold you back, or long-term issues you haven't been able to resolve? Then reverse speech session work is for you. With reverse speech session work, your voice is recorded and then analysed for speech reversals. These reversals will give a detailed look into the unconscious mind and pinpoint precise reasons for current behavioural problems. Then following another recording, a series of metaphoric journeys into the unconscious mind are mapped out and delivered to you. These journeys will change deep unconscious structures and hence current behaviour. Change your life today. Sign up for Reverse Speech Session Work. Go to www.reversespeech.com or call 503-568-7077.
Known worldwide as the most consistently fascinating, informative, and unique program on radio, the Jeff Rense Program can be yours to listen to anytime, anywhere, whenever you want to hear it. For pennies a day, our subscribers can download any of Jeff's thousands of programs featuring a treasury of newsmakers, researchers, eyewitnesses, and incredible subjects, all in MP3 commercial-free, crystal-clear 56-bit digital sound, and take these often unforgettable programs with them wherever they go. As a subscriber, you can also listen live at airtime, online, anywhere in the world, or browse through our archives of over 6,000 hours of legendary broadcasts. Subscribe now by taking the link at the top of Rense.com and enrich your mind with the most unique panorama of vital information and the best independent, honest journalism in radio. Look for the Subscribe Now link on Rense.com and give yourself the knowledge you need for these unprecedented times. You're listening to the Rense Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at Rense.com.